Hi, Miss Jean here for another mini adventure in Discovery Mountain. Do you have a pet? Maybe a dog or a cat or a bird or maybe a turtle? Well, I've had a few special pets over the years, and I sure did love them. How about you? Well, God loves animals too, and the Bible tells us so. In Psalm chapter 50, verses 10 and 11, this is what it says. For all the animals of the forest are mine, and I own the cattle on 1,000 hills. I know every bird on the mountains, and all the animals of the field are mine. Now, in today's mini adventure, Dr. Simon and Nurse Julie discover just how much God takes care of all of his creatures. Exercise your faith in today's mini adventure.
Good morning, Dr. Simon.
Good morning. How is the night shift here at the hospital?
It was pretty quiet.
Oh, don't say the Q word.
Quiet?
Oh, now you've said it. Nurse Julie, you know what they say, right?
Right. As soon as you say quiet, the Q word, we get busy.
Exactly. So how was the night shift? Anything to report?
Here are the charts for you to look at, Doctor. It was not busy in the emergency department. The charts are all caught up.
Thank you. Looks like I should stop in on Mrs. Delday, then Mr. Jefferson when I begin rounds.
Yes. And be sure that Mr. Jefferson takes his medication. You know how he is.
Do I ever? Well, it's still early. I'm going to have tea and read through these charts. Would you like one?
Sure, thanks. I'm here for another, 54 minutes.
Clock watching, are you?
Well, it's a big day at my house this week. I have to bake a cake and find party supplies, and, I haven't finalized the present yet.
Right. I almost forgot about the big day. Here, a nice hot tea to finish your shift with.
Thanks, Dr. Simon.
The early morning shift is so peaceful. Look out the front glass doors. The sun is just rising.
You're right. It's lovely. I'm usually so busy I hardly notice what's going on outside of the hospital. It's nice to have a few moments to appreciate the beauty of God's nature.
Hey, look over there in the grass on the other side of the parking lot. Is that a cat?
It's still pretty dark out there. I don't know. If it is a cat, it's not very big. More like a kitten?
You're right. What is it doing? Something doesn't seem right.
It looks like it's limping.
Oh, you're right. It's definitely limping. From the way he's walking, I think there's something wrong with his left rear leg.
I wish there was something we could do. I don't like seeing an animal in pain.
Me too. We should go and get him and bring him in.
Him? It might be a girl kitten. Oh, where'd he go? I can't see him.
Well, maybe he went home for help. I can't see him anymore either.
Poor little guy.
Or gal. When I was little, I wanted to be a veterinarian. I'd bandage up my stuffed animals to practice.
Really? So did I. I guess we're both just a couple of softies, huh?
Yes, we are. But I know someone who loves animals even more than we do.
Who's that? Nurse Taylor? Last time I counted, he had 4 dogs, 2 cats, and an iguana.
Nurse Taylor is an animal lover, all right. But that's not who I was thinking of.
Then who?
God.
Of course. He cares about each of his creations. God sees that little kitten out there and knows he needs help.
Yes, he does. I sure hope that little guy found his way home. Well, better study these charts.
Dr. Simon!
Yes, Nurse Julie, I'm still right here.
Look who's walking this way.
Aw, the little kitten.
Look, you can see his orange stripes. Aw. Do you think he knows we're talking about him?
I don't think so. Julie, is it just my imagination, or is he limping straight towards us?
he seems to be coming right down the walkway to the emergency room entrance. But that doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not unless someone is guiding him here.
Guiding him here? Dr. Simon, you don't really think...
Why not? God led the animals to the safety of the ark. Oh, and he commanded ravens to feed Elijah. So why couldn't he lead a kitten to find help?
Oh, look. He's almost to the door. He's coming closer, and...
Well, hello there. Nurse Julie, run to the laundry and get a warm blanket. Stat.
Right away, Dr. Simon.
All right, little guy. I won't hurt you. Will you let me take a look at you? Well, you're rubbing against my leg, so I guess that means yes.
One warm blanket, Dr. Simon.
Thank you. Hold it out in your arms. Stay still, little guy. We won't hurt you. Climb right on into Nurse Julie's arms.
He did it. Oh, he's so tiny.
That'll warm him right up.
What do you think is making him limp?
Well, if God led this kitten here, then I have to have faith that God will help me figure out what to do.
Should we order an x-ray?
Oh, well, I wonder what the radiologist would think about doing a genuine CAT scan.
Very punny, Dr. Simon.
Let me examine him first.
There's some swelling on his hip. It looks infected.
Yes, I can feel something hard and round under the skin. It could be a BB.
Oh, who could have shot a BB gun at this little guy?
It could have been an accident. It doesn't matter right now how he got hurt.
Right. In the emergency room, our job is to treat the patient. Doctor, what's your treatment plan?
Nurse, let's remove the BB, clean the wound, and start the patient on a course of antibiotics.
I'll find a bed for our special little patient.
It's all right, little guy. You should be good as new in no time.
Come on, little guy. It looks like you came to the right place. Dr. Simon may not be a veterinarian, but she's going to take good care of you.
Dr. Simon did take good care of the kitten. Dr. Simon and Nurse Julie knew just what to do to fix him up. And when they were done, the kitten curled up in the warm blanket and fell asleep.
Well, Dr. Simon, when you came to work this morning, who would have believed that your first case would be a little orange tabby cat?
Not me. He's awfully cute, isn't he?
And well behaved, too. He never tried to bite or scratch us while we treated him.
Oh, listen. He's purring in his sleep.
Oh, yes, I'd say he's been a perfect patient.
I believe God led him here. That wound might never have healed on its own.
It's so amazing. The kitten needed help, and God showed him where to get it.
But now there's another problem.
Another problem? But you said he'd be good as new.
He will, but what are we supposed to do with him now? God led him to us, but he can't stay here. He could be lost, but I don't think so. He doesn't have a collar or a tag.
He's probably not lost, but I'll make a poster and put it on the front door, just in case someone's looking for him. Dr. Simon?
Yes?
Could you take him home for a couple of nights? If no one claims him, I have a home for him.
You do?
Remember the big day at my house this week?
Right, your daughter's birthday is in a few days.
Yes. And, well, she's been begging for a kitten. She's even chosen a name for him.
And you promised you'd get her one? How perfect.
Well, no. I've told her she can't have a kitten, but for some reason before I left for work last night, she asked me again.
And?
I told her that I'd pray about it. And I did. And then, look who walked through the door.
That's about as clear an answer to prayer as I've ever seen. I'll take him for a few nights, and if no one comes looking for a lost cat, he's yours.
He's a male kitten, right?
I'm pretty sure. Why do you ask?
Well, the name my daughter chose would be a little funny for a female kitten.
Oh, What name did she choose?
Murray.
Murray. I love that name.
I do too.
And he likes it too. Go back to sleep now, Murray. You need to get your rest to feel all better.
Okay, well, I'm off. Take good care of our patient.
Bye, Julie. Hey, I'm glad our morning was quiet.
Shh, don't say the Q word.
Oh, you're right. I'm glad our morning was not busy.
Me too.
When the kitten walked into the hospital, Dr. Simon and Nurse Julie exercised their faith, didn't they? God loves animals. Did you know that in the Bible, God sometimes compares himself to a shepherd, tenderly caring for his sheep? Isaiah chapter 40 and verse 11 says this, "He will feed his flock like a shepherd. He will gather the lambs with his arm and carry them in his bosom, and gently lead those who are with young." You know, if God loves lambs and little kittens that much, you can be certain that he loves you even more. And you can exercise your faith this week by tenderly caring for your pets and by trusting that God will always take care of you. Now, you know, in real life, Terry Michaelenko, the voice actor who plays Dr. Simon, well, she has a cat. Do you know what his name is? Any guesses? That's right. His name is Murray. Well, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram this week to see a picture of Terry and Murray. I'm Miss Jean, and you've been listening to a mini adventure in Discovery Mountain, where the air is clear enough to hear your imagination, and where every day is an exercise in faith. Visit us at discoverymountain.com, where you can learn more about your favorite characters and listen to full episodes on demand. Until next time, stay connected with us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Murray was written by Janice Nelson, and introducing Phoenix Harden as Nurse Julie.